Everybody eats and drinks, some fast, some slow, from plate to mouth to stomach. Of course, it does have to pass through the throat. Funny how often we forget about that until we choke. Usually, it's only a minor annoyance. Happens every day. What you may not realize is that choking can be a very serious matter. Every year in this country, thousands of people choke to death, many while eating. Yes, I said thousands of people choke to death. Choking is the 7th highest cause of accidental death in the United States. And the sad thing is, many who die could have been saved. This is an X-ray of someone eating. We are looking at the mouth from the front. Watch the swallowing action in slow motion. Sometimes a person will try to swallow something too large for the throat. If it gets stuck, the victim will be unable to breathe. Here is a model of the chest cavity, lungs, and the diaphragm. The balloons represent lungs. When we breathe, our diaphragm moves down and up. This piston-like action causes air to be forced into and out of the lungs. If something blocks the airway and we cannot cough it up, it can lead to an emergency. This is typically how it happens. A pleasant meal, maybe an alcoholic beverage. Sometimes we just aren't thinking about the business of chewing our food properly. A large piece of meat just entered the man's mouth.
Just going to explain, it was just a... What's wrong?
Now the air passage is completely cut off by the unchewed meat. He cannot speak or breathe or cough. If unable to breathe, the victim has only 4 to 6 minutes to live. He is powerless to help himself. With no air, he will soon turn blue and lose consciousness. Even now, his brain is being starved for oxygen. The victim is desperate. This woman can save his life if she knows the proper techniques. What would you do in this situation? Remember, only 4 to 6 minutes. Watch now as paramedics demonstrate the techniques to be used in rescuing the choking victim. Begin with 4 back blows. If unsuccessful, apply 4 abdominal thrusts. Back blows dislodge a foreign body. Abdominal thrusts create air pressure to force it out. Back blows are administered quickly and sharply. Abdominal thrusts should be a quick upward thrust. This choking victim has become unconscious. A pulse in the carotid artery indicates a heartbeat. The chest, however, does not rise during mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, indicating the airway may be blocked. The rescuer quickly administers 4 quick, sharp back blows. The upper abdomen is located between the ribs and the navel. 4 quick upward thrusts are used. Our mechanical model illustrates the principles at work when rescuing a choking victim. Abdominal thrusts literally blow the object out. If 4 thrusts are ineffective, pull the mouth open. The obstruction may be within reach of your finger. Be careful not to force the object deeper in the throat. Use a sweeping motion to remove it. Repeat the procedure until you are successful. The rescuer may either work from the side or straddle the victim. Variations on these techniques should be learned for victims who are obese or pregnant. Here is the method used when rescuing children. Abdominal thrusts are executed in this manner. Notice the posture of the child. Do not apply full force when practicing. Unnecessary injury could easily result. On the unconscious child, the abdominal thrusts can be executed with one hand. Remember, mouth-to-mouth ventilation is performed covering both the mouth and the nose of the infant. Hold the child this way. For small infants, you may also use your fingertips. You yourself may be a choking victim when there is no one around to rescue you. Here are 2 ways to self-administer the abdominal thrusts. Notice the position of the hands. Again, use common sense. Do not injure yourself practicing. Now, back to our earlier emergency. 4 back blows, followed by 4 abdominal thrusts. She may have saved his life. Would you have been able to do what she did? Prepare for such an emergency as this. Train under a qualified instructor. And most important, remember not to practice full force. Although these techniques can save lives, they can also cause injury. Meanwhile, here are some things that you can do without training. Keep objects like this away from small children. Instruct children not to run with things in their mouth. Do not overindulge in alcoholic beverages while eating. And slow down. Take your time when you eat. Chew your food well. Cut your meat into small pieces. It will also make you feel better after you've eaten if you chew properly. Most important, remember, act fast. 4 to 6 minutes, and it may be too late. First, recognize the symptoms. The victim cannot speak, breathe, or cough. He may indicate his problem by grasping his throat with his hand. If the victim is standing and conscious, 4 back blows, 4 abdominal thrusts. Repeat the procedure until successful. If possible, have someone call for help. If a choking victim is unconscious yet has a pulse, administer 4 back blows, 4 abdominal thrusts, and the finger probe. Repeat these procedures until you are able to ventilate or the victim begins to breathe on his own. Remember, choking can kill. Yet you can learn to save a life.